The war didn't begin on the battlefield. It began in the cellar, in the dirt, in the dark. When supply lines snapped and ration books tightened, survival leaned hard on one humble crop: potatoes, not glamorous, not loud, but powerful. And the difference between a family eating in February or going hungry. Today, on Life in Wartime WWII, we're uncovering how WWII farmers stored potatoes so effectively they could pull firm, living food from the shadows long after the fields had frozen. A clamp was, well, an outdoor storage mound. Potatoes were piled on dry straw, you see, shaped like a long, low hill, covered with more straw and then sealed with a thick layer of soil, sometimes as much as 30 centimetres deep. This wasn't primitive, not at all. It was precise. Straw provided insulation, and the soil blocked both light and frost. Small ventilation channels made from sticks were left inside to release heat and moisture. In colder regions, extra soil was added as winter deepened. The earth, in a way, became a living refrigerator. Farmers opened clamps from just one end, resealing them after each visit. This limited temperature shock and rot. In heavy winters, clamps could keep potatoes edible well into spring, even when snow lay thick on the fields above. Sorting was survival, not just housekeeping. During the war, potato storage wasn't a one-time job. It was a season-long discipline. Farmers inspected their stores every 1 to 2 weeks, just to be sure. They looked for softness, smell, moisture, and, of course, sprouts. Any suspect potato was removed immediately, no hesitation. Sprouting potatoes were trimmed and moved to colder areas. Rotting ones were either destroyed or, if they were safe enough, fed to livestock. This careful sorting prevented chain rot, where just one infected tuber could wipe out an entire bin. In wartime, that kind of loss meant hunger months later, and nobody wanted that. Some farmers dusted storage bins lightly with dry sand, wood ash or chalk. These absorbed moisture and slowed bacterial spread. Others layered potatoes with dry leaves or straw, keeping them separated and breathing. Every movement was slow, gentle, never rushed. A bruised potato today was, well, a rotten potato in January. The hardest part of potato storage was February. Early winter cold was manageable. Deep winter cold was not. If cellars dropped below freezing, farmers insulated doors with sacks, hung blankets over entrances, and banked soil higher around cellar walls. In extreme cold, a small oil lamp or covered candle might be used briefly to lift temperatures just above freezing. Carefully, always watched. In late winter, the danger flipped. Rising temperatures triggered sprouting. Sprouts stole energy from the potato, making it rubbery and bitter. Farmers fought this with deeper darkness, better airflow, and sometimes by moving stores to the coldest corners of cellars. The potato became a winter patient, monitored, protected, preserved. WWII's wasn't only a war of tanks and planes. It was a war of calories. In Britain, Germany, Eastern Europe, and large parts of the Soviet countryside, potatoes formed the backbone of civilian survival. They filled soups when meat vanished. They stretched bread. They fed evacuees. They kept factory workers upright. A successful potato cellar meant a family ate until planting season. A failed one meant trading valuables, skipping meals, Or worse, these farmers weren't just storing food, they were storing time. Each preserved potato was a day pushed back from hunger. There were no manuals in many places, no electricity, no safety nets, just observation passed from hand to hand. Cold slows life, darkness protects, moisture preserves, but excess kills. Air is invisible, but essential. WWII farmers turned earth into a machine, straw into insulation, patience into preservation. And the potatoes slept. While bombs fell, while borders shifted, while winters roared above them, they slept until spring. If this story opened your eyes to the hidden survival science of wartime life, make sure you subscribe to Life in Wartime WWII. Share this video with someone who loves forgotten history. And remember, sometimes the greatest wartime technologies weren't built in factories. They were dug with shovels and guarded in silence.